year.
How is it? Wait, Daryl. Before I get any deeper than that, how is it possible that Americans don't know that one person a day is kidnapped in a city like Phoenix, Arizona? How's that
Glenn, cut it out. You are a hater, Glenn. I keep trying to explain to you. They're coming here for work, man. They only want to work here. There's no drugs involved here. There are no cartels involved here. And that's the reason. Nobody wants to know this because we want this to be a nice, friendly exchange of humanity over the border. I was talking to a buddy of mine in law enforcement on this issue off the air yesterday, and he said, Errol, on the border patrol, we see this as Pakistan. You think it's Daniel Pearl getting his head chopped off. We see, and these are guys who work Pakistan, we see what's going on the U.S.-Mexico border identical to what's going on in the Pakistan region. So you talked about Colombia, talked about Mexico City. This is the United States of America, Glenn. And for every kidnapping we hear about, according to my sources, there are 3 to 5 we have no idea happened.
Who are the people that are being kidnapped? How is it happening?
Yeah, a lot of it's the drug cartel information. Last time I was on your show, we were talking about the drug cartel coming in with their fully automatic weapons, and they're here for bear. That's a big part of it. So it's an exchange of drugs. Somebody messes up in the drug front, and the next thing you know, somebody's being kidnapped for ransom.
Out of the 359, how many were returned?
I don't have the answer to that, Glenn. It's a great question. Don't have the answer to that. I know that the numbers run anywhere from $25,000 to $500,000 is what the ransom fees were last year in Phoenix, Arizona. I cannot tell you how many were returned.
Who's overseeing this? What agency? What department?
Now that should be fun.
Listen to this.
Let me give you 2. First of all, in Phoenix, Arizona, the Phoenix Police Department, just in the last couple of months, Glenn, approved some police officers on patrol having rifles. And they said, we'll buy our own rifles. And Phoenix Police Department says, no, you won't. David Spade, the actor, he came in here about 6-7 weeks ago. He put $100,000 of his own dollars on the table, and he said, I will buy $100,000 worth of rifles. Right now in Phoenix, Arizona, our law enforcement, they've got 50 rifles in the entire police department to fight back these guys who are coming in.
You don't need rifles. You need fully automatic weapons.
Yeah,
you need fully automatic weapons.
Yeah,
you don't need rifles.
Yeah, you know that and I know that. But what they're saying is we need to start somewhere, because at this point, if this is going down, then the cop who's pinned down under fully automatic gun.
Daryl, here's the thing. Here's the thing. How many rifles do you guys need?
Yeah, well,
you find out a number and you call me back and you get on the program. America, are you willing to forget the stupid government? Are you willing to send money down to the Phoenix Police Department if they need rifles?
Yeah, but
are you willing to buy rifles?
Glenn, it gets better, though, because the police department says, well, not every officer should have a rifle. You need to be trained in the use of said rifle. You need to call a superior before you use said rifle. And the cops I talk to say, are you out of your mind? You've got 5-10 seconds to make a decision. You can't be calling down hoping that 10-15 minutes later somebody shows up with a long gun to somehow save your life. And you ask who's responsible. So there's Phoenix Police Department trying, in the last 2 months to do something that they should have been doing years ago. And everybody, God bless you, in Texas and the other border states, you just inherited Janet Napolitano. She is our new Homeland Security Director. Guess who's in charge of everything that's been going on in the border? Phoenix, Arizona, Tucson, Arizona, Nogales. That's right, Janet Napolitano. I'm frightened that she won't go in full guns blazing saying we've got a major problem down there on the border. Then it's going to be a major epidemic.
Daryl, how did John McCain go an entire 2 years on the campaign trail without America knowing that the second most dangerous city to have your kids or somebody in your family kidnapped is Phoenix, Arizona?
They all made a deal. None of these people talked about it. Barack Obama wasn't talking about it. Hillary Clinton, our Secretary of State, wasn't talking about it. John McCain, not talking about it. Judd Gregg just steps down, and everybody says, why did he step down? Because the number one issue that he was going to fight the battle on was the census. The Democrats want to do an estimate on the census. He said, no, we want a full-fledged look at the census. And of course, if you do an estimate, then you can throw money at this, and certain groups, shall we say, those who want to see the borders opened, will have more numbers, more power, more money, and they can continue this onslaught. So this is a political machine that we're watching here, Glenn.
Our republic is at stake. Our republic is at stake. What have you guys been talking about, Daryl, down near the border? If Mexico melts down?
I was talking again to several members of law enforcement yesterday off the air, and one of them, he said, Daryl, you can say it on the record or off the record. Let me just tell you, with all the problems going on in Mexico, i.e. the drug cartels, i.e. their economy is to shambles, they're going to look here, and as they continue to look here, and we have a border patrol that isn't fully funded, isn't fully manned, in my opinion, and then you've got politicians who continue to turn their back in this country. He said, Mexico falls, we're dead on these border states. It's not a question of when, or it's not a question of how, it's a question of when this is going to happen. I was talking to one guy yesterday, Glenn, and he said, here's the deal with the drug cartel. They are under strict orders. You will not lose your product. So every drug cartel member coming into America right now is outfitted with a long gun, i.e. fully automatic weapons. They are fully shielded with body armor, and they're given hand grenades. And they're told, you lose your product, you will be killed. So no matter what you do, you make sure the product is delivered. And if you lose it, you better have the money to replace it. There's the kidnapping issue that you were talking about. So they say, okay, I've got $300,000 worth of product here, and I just lost it to, another rival gang that's come over the border. All right, I'm going to kidnap 3 people in Phoenix today. I'll get my money back. That's what we're seeing down here, and, I've been crying about it. We took the trip down there undercover. I've been talking about it, and, at this point, unless other people in the country wake up, there's only so much yammering one guy can do down here on the border.
Daryl and Carlo from KTAR in Phoenix. Daryl, I want to talk to you off the air, maybe later today or this weekend. But I'd like you to talk to your police department, find out what they need, because I have to tell you, as a citizen, I'm done. I'm just tired of waiting for the people in Washington to take care of something. If your police department can't afford something, if your sheriff and his deputies can't afford something, you let me know, and I know that I'm not alone in this. I know that there are a lot of Americans that will write a check to any law enforcement organization that they need backup, they need weapons. You got it. You let me know what they need.
I appreciate it. And let me just tell you, we're all placed in a position for a time. And I believe the reason you are where you are and what you're doing is for this time. So I will make a call right now, and I'll get you a number.
Will you call back? Let me know. Thanks a lot.